my word for the day is seize. And you got to seize the moment. I don't know why, but it reminded me of the movie Restart from Bollywood. And it it's one of the most inspirational movies I've watched in my life. I don't know if was it a true story? I don't remember if it was a true story, but it was a remarkable story about a, a man from a village who aspires to become this big, was it lawyer? Was it a big time? I think it was a big time lawyer. Or yeah, I think it was I think it was that profession. I'm completely blacking out. But what he did was he went to the main city. I think he went to one of the bigger cities, maybe Mumbai or Kolkata. Again, the specifics, it doesn't matter. But he went to the big city. On the way on the bus journey to the big city, he got robbed of all the savings he had saved up from his village, from his parents. And so he was dead broke when he reached the town, when he reached the city center. And then he was talking with the guy at the restaurant, the owner of the restaurant, to give him some money, to give him some things so that he could now get some food. And then one of the guys who was also doing the same exam as him took pity on him and took him under his wing and gave him the ticket to the city, and then was kind and generous enough to give him a place in his house. And from there, they bonded, they prepared for the exams, they had their fun. And the guy who was the underdog, who had literally no money, he passed and went on to the next level of the exam. And the guy who provided him with everything, he just couldn't do it. So they had a bit of backlash, but they were able to work it out. But again, I'm going too much into specifics. The main thing that matters was that despite the odds, despite the failures, despite not having any money, working as a waiter, serving chai, doing all those odd jobs, and putting in the hours in, it's incredible to see the story of him becoming one of the most prestigious lawyers, or getting one of the most prestigious ranks you can in that field. And they had a song called Restart, which was basically whatever happens, just put in your effort. Rack up the zeros, keep doing it over and over again, rack up the failures, just put in the effort. Like the goal is the effort. The goal is the effort. And it was truly inspirational. I was listening to a podcast by Ryan Holiday and Cody Sanchez today morning, and Cody Sanchez asked a question like, "How do I not? How do I navigate the tension between uh, over not navigate the tension between not gravity, but what's the word? Having the discipline and putting in the work today for something that I'll get tomorrow. So how do I get that tension? Because I don't know if I will have today or tomorrow, and the work itself to do it right now. So how do I navigate the tension? And he said, Ryan Holiday. I kind of butchering the question, to remember specifically, but the thing that I remember that makes sense the most to me was, for Ryan Holiday, the work is the goal. Like him getting to do the work, him getting to do what he wanted was the goal. And he said having these all accolades, someone else reviewing his work based on arbitrary results that they made up, it's like a one trip down the miserable lane. It's like that is not going to help anybody. And so for him, he says 90% of the enjoyment he gets is from the work. And there was a video I watched like a few months ago where a guy became the number one golfer in the world. And he talked about that feeling of becoming number one was fleeting. And even the celebratory interview, the guys, people were asking him, so how you can prepare for the next one? He pointed at that out that I won the Grandmasters, I became the best golfer. People are asking about the next thing that's coming. Like the winning is fleeting, it's just there for 2 minutes. And for him, what made him different was that he just loves playing golf. Like he just does it because that's his bond. He wants to do it. So it's interesting navigation, like doing things that you would do for fun. how do you monetize that and how do you find that thing? And it's been a journey I'm on myself, but that answer really, it really, it made me feel a lot good about myself because those are the metrics I'm trying to develop for myself. So hearing someone who is so successful talk about the same thing, I guess I took it from him indirectly, but just being on the same wavelength as them, understanding it is just makes me feel inspired to keep on with my own journey.